Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I'm your go-to mediator for navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs. I'm also a legal document assistant, LDA, in the greater Los Angeles, California area. Today's Step 2 Tuesday, so we're talking about the importance of accurate financial disclosures. Accurate being the key word. You know when they're not right. You know. Don't do that. Let's talk about accuracy. So, why is it so essential? These are the foundation for a fair and equitable distribution of assets and debts. They are the foundation. There's no discovery in mediation. Now, if you want to go ahead and lie and stuff like that, then your spouse is probably going to get a lawyer and a forensic accountant, and they're going to find that. And then, they probably, ask the judge to make you pay for all their attorney fees. So all that money you were hiding is gone. Let's not do that. There's no discovery in mediation. So these documents are used to help you reach a final settlement. It needs to be fair and equitable. You have to live with yourself. And your spouse, they know. I've said it before, you talk. You guys have been married a while. They know that you got things here and there, or extra things in the work, or secret things, or under the table things. They know, and they're going to bring it up. Disclose it. You have a legal obligation to provide accurate reporting. You're legally obligated. You are signing these forms under the penalty of perjury. This also is the point where you are transparent and it builds trust. Now, some people are like, I don't care about trust. Do you want to get done? Do you want to get your divorce done? Like this year or like within 6 months and not have it take too long? Who cares if they like you or not? Let's just be transparent. See and show what it is. And move on. It'll go faster. How does this impact your case? Well, in order to make the right settlement, you have to have your eyes wide open. Just because everything is laid out on the table doesn't mean you have to split things 50-50. Doesn't mean you have to. It's about having full knowledge of what you are getting and what you are giving up. So it lays this foundation so you can have really good conversations about these assets and debts. These numbers are also used to calculate support, child support, and spousal support. And if you choose not to do spousal support, sometimes people make an equalizing payment in order to say, I'm just going to pay you in one lump sum because I don't want to give you monthly payments. Also, in terms of support, people are thinking about retirement. So these numbers are important so we have accurate calculations. Then you want to avoid legal complications. It is incredibly hard to undo a divorce judgment unless you lied. Look, I'm mad. I ain't even mad at you. You watching this video, you're not the one who's lying, not you. But unless you've committed fraud, it's really hard to undo these things. And if it is found out that fraud was committed, somebody hid assets, something wasn't properly disclosed in the process, all of that hard work can go away. You might have to start all over again. Save your time and money and your mental health and your peace. You can make that money back, right? It's just money. Money is just energy. It'll come back to you. Don't make yourself have to redo this process. So, what are the legal requirements for financial disclosures? There are 4 forms in California, 140, 141, 142, 150. Some people do the 160 and file that with their petition, but you don't necessarily have to be that detailed at the very, very beginning. You can wait and do that detail on the 142. But in addition to completing these forms, you need to provide supporting documentation such as tax returns, bank statements, mortgage statements, car information, brokerage statements, basically anything that you list on your 142. Most of those things are going to have some sort of paper trail or statement connected to them. that's what you need to provide. The latest statement, a copy of that to your spouse, in addition to 2 months of your current pay stubs or your Schedule C or 2 years of profit and loss statements if you own a business. Usually these forms, not usually, these forms are required to be completed within 60 days of the divorce petition being filed. That's for both of you, because the court's trying to keep you moving. You know, like in baseball, it's called a pitch clock. In basketball, it's a shot clock, but I think in baseball, it's called a pitch clock. And it's used to keep the game moving. That's what this is. This 60-day deadline is to keep the divorce moving. It's a loose deadline, so people don't always stick to it. But if you're working together, it's usually okay. It's okay if it's not, if it's day 61, the world's not going to come crashing down. But it's also a really good deadline just for you, so you can get this annoying part of the divorce over. Okay, I got 60 days. Let's get this done. So some of the things to avoid is having incomplete information. Mistakes happen. Do the best you can. Do the best you can. If you don't know all of your spouse's information, fill out what you do know and fill out everything is pertinent to you. And when you fill out the forms, your intent is to not commit fraud. Okay. Do your best to have accurate valuations. Now, sometimes if it's related to the market comes up and down and up and down. And unless it's a wild swing, it's okay if it fluctuates a little bit. But you want to have accurate valuations of things, right? Little fluctuations are okay. But if there's a big major change, you need to make sure you reflect that on your forms. And so if something happens and there's a massive change, then you want to update your forms. So how do you do this? Organize your documents. I've said it before, get your documents early. As soon as you realize, I think I might be going through a divorce, I think I need a divorce, every time the mail comes, oh, that's a financial statement. I need to keep this. Begin to gather documents. Know where these things are, so when you sit down and fill it out, you're ready. And when you need to send a copy of these statements to your spouse, you've got the paperwork at your fingertips. That is going to help you a lot. Double check your information. Check online. Make sure you're not forgetting anything. Check your bank statements to make sure that something wasn't withdrawn that you forgot about. So really just double check. If you forget something, communicate it, right? There's a difference between an omission and fraud, but do your best to make sure that information is accurate. Some people need to consult with a professional, but usually that happens after these are completed. So if it gets really complicated and you're not sure how to value a pension or things like that, you can put what you know, and then you can schedule a meeting with the Certified Divorce Financial Analyst, a CDFA, to help you figure out how these accounts should be divided. And don't forget, scan these things, put them in the cloud, look online. Begin to pull things so that you can find them in one place, digitally and physically. That's really, really going to help you. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed with this step, but really the intent in this step is to be honest and transparent. Don't mess that up. You're not going to be able to mediate your divorce. You're not going to be able to have an amicable divorce if there's not truth here. So take a little bit of time. Do your best to report accurately. If you miss something, mention it, okay, so that it can be reported and a conversation can be brought up and we can get it distributed correctly. All right, if you've got questions, put them below so that I can answer them. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.